Welcome back, guys. This is my review for my last. We're closing out the '90s or all that month with a 1998 remake that I do not hate. I don't know why a lot of people hate this movie. I don't think it's flawed. I think it's flawed, but it's not a horrendous movie like a lot of people say it is. And that is the 1998 remake. And I know Parker is probably going to disagree with me. That's fine. Godzilla, the 1998 film done by Dean Devlin, produced by him and Roland Emmerich, who is a director, like I said, that I do enjoy. I watched this movie on VHS when I was 13 years old, and I said, wow, this is a fun movie. I was hyped for this because I was a huge Godzilla fan back in the day. I still am. And I said, oh, wow, they're going to make an American version with no dubbing and no, like suits and no, it's not going to be in Japan. It's going to be in America. And the hype for this was huge. Like they had a lot of marketing on the buses and the trains, and it was a great marketing ploy. And I was very hyped for it. And as soon as I saw the movie on VHS, I was blown away. It was one of my favorite movies that year, and I still think it's highly underrated. Yes, that 2014 movie is better looking. That Godzilla looked badass. I saw that in 2014, and I nearly blew a gasket. I was like, wow, he looks freaking awesome. Chubby, but it's the Godzilla I remember when I was a kid. But this one, I don't hate. I will never hate this movie. I like Matthew Broderick as the lead. I don't think he's terrible. I've seen much worse from him, especially a year after this. He did Independence Day 2. I mean, not Independence Day. My bad. Inspector Gadget. Oh my God, that movie is a pile of crap. But this I can see. It says it's big, it's loud, it's fun. I agree. I had this movie on VHS for a long time. I finally got the DVD like about 2 years ago when the new movie came out, and I enjoy the film. It looks good. It's a long movie. It's 2 hours and uh, 13 minutes, I believe. Yeah, here it is. 139 minutes. This movie is long, but I never was bored. I was like, yeah, there's some scenes that could have been cut out. Some human characters that don't do anything, but was Godzilla awesome in the movie The American Godzilla Zilla? Yeah, you get to see a lot of him. He does a lot of destruction. I think the CGI and the animatronics look really good. I like the baby Godzillas in MSG. There's a lot of good action sequences in the film. I think it's shot well. So Roland Emmerich knows how to shoot action. Unlike some guys that they have to shake the camera, so I can't see what's going on. And the film, yeah. One gripe I have about the film, even when I was a kid, I don't understand. But this was Mother Nature. Why it rains so much in the movie? Like half the movie is a lot of rain, and didn't care for that. I'm glad the new movie that it didn't rain during the movie like this. But other than that, it's an awesome movie. I'm glad that it's in New York, and I always have a soft spot for monster movies in New York because I live here, so it's a great location. I like the rest of the cast. I think Jean Reno does a kick-ass job as the French guy, Philippe Roche. He's the heart and soul of the movie. Maria Patillo, kind of an underrated performance. I don't think it was worthy of a Razzie. I've seen much worse. See Kristen Stewart in anything she's done after 2008. She's horrendous. I think she did a passable job. Hank Azaria, I like his voice work on The Simpsons. He's very funny. He has a nice sense of humor to him. He's very New York because the guy was born here, so he fits right in it there. Kevin Dunn, you've seen him in the Transformers movies. He does a better job here as Hicks. Yes, a nod to Aliens. Hicks from Aliens. That's not a coincidence. These guys saw Aliens and they said, "Oh, let's make him a colonel, and his name is Hicks." Yeah, nice not to Alien. Michael Lerner plays Mayor Ebert. Very funny guy. Just he screams at the top of his lungs. He's so hilarious. Harry Shearer, another Simpsons actor. That he does Mr. Ed Flanders in the show. He's the creepy boss that hits on Maria Patillo's character. And yeah, it's just a fun film. I know a lot of people hate this movie. Critics shat on it, and they said it's a terrible remake. They said it's one of the worst of all time. Really? This is worse than Nightmare on Elm Street? This is worse than Psycho or Halloween or the remake of not Friday the 13th. I actually thought that's pretty decent. Or the remake of Poltergeist last year. No, I will watch this over any of that because this tried to be different. The scene with the baby Godzillas and MSG is amazing. I had a found respect for MSG because I'm like, wow, they actually used the location and it looks great. And the baby Godzillas are practical for the most part. They look creepy looking. Yeah, does it take a lot of nods from Jurassic Park? Yeah, but it's better than Jurassic World. This isn't boring. It doesn't drag on for too long. It doesn't have a ton of crappy looking dinosaurs. The acting is better. There's not soulless. It doesn't have annoying kids in it. There's kids in it, but not very much, and they're not annoying. I even like the guy that plays Mendel Craven. He does the voice in the cartoon. I forgot his name. But I would say it next time when I see the review the cartoon. But Roland Emmerich, this is not his worst film. I like his films. I like Independence Day. I like Stargate. I like White House Down. I even like 2012 and uh, what was it? That movie he did, the Day After Tomorrow. I like his movies. I'm not going to see Resurgence because that's just a rehash that we don't need, and it's a sequel too many years too late. But I enjoy him as a filmmaker. He makes fun movies that are just popcorn entertainment. It's nothing deep. It's not winning awards, but this movie knew what it was. And even though it's not, it will never top the original Godzilla. I know that. I saw the original in the theater. I love that movie. This I enjoy though. For its own thing, I enjoy this and the 2014 movie. I'm a fan of the character. They did some justice to him. I know he looks different. I get it. It's not going to look exactly the same. The roar is the same. I love the roar, and when he breathes fire twice, it's awesome. And just the action is thrilling. It has a fast pace. It doesn't take an hour for him to come on screen. It has a sense of humor to it. It's tongue in cheek. It's a movie that's not meant to be. It's not high art. It's fun, and I can watch it. I don't think it's garbage like a lot of people say it is. And I had the poster of this movie. I had the book of this movie, the magazine before the movie came out. I was supporting this film. I still do. I don't think it's horrifying. It led to an awesome cartoon in 1998 that I really enjoy and I have on DVD. And the movie's fun, and I think it deserves better than the crap it got in '98 because I know a lot of people were disappointed. But we did get a 2014 movie that he looks better, and we're getting another one coming this year in Japan called Resurgence that looks much better. It looks just like the good old days. Godzilla's like undead, and his skin is all burnt, and his mouth has a ton of teeth, and he's like, "Ah." I'm like, wow, that just excites me more than Independence Day Resurgence, which limp. But again, I like this movie. I will never hate it. It's a part of my